Hello, welcome back to What. My name is Beast, and today we're back with a new game. This time we are moving on to Sousaku Kanojo Samsam. I can never remember the last part. Sousaku Kanojo no Ren'ai Koushiki. There we go. This still gives me like Toneworks vibes, even though it isn't. It's fucking Aino Links. But something about this just still gives off the same vibes as Toneworks, in my opinion. I don't know why. Either way. I feel like I was going to say something, but it has all slipped my mind, so who cares, quite frankly. Oh yeah, I'm not going to be recording for too long. Getting this to run was a struggle for me, for some reason, as many things are. I can never catch a break. Anyways, let's get into it. I'm gonna write you a bunch of letters, I swear. Will we immediately get a fucking glimpse of the MC? Wow. Calling me surprised.
私もちゃんと書く。だから忘れない。物語を書いていればきっとつながっていられるから。
So we fist bump. As our ritual, one confirms our unbreakable friendship time and time again. Also, I don't know why, but right before this, while I was, struggling with this as well, I also found a manga. I think it's like the Magician's Trump card or whatever it's fucking called. Hold on. This is the Sorcerer's Trump card. Or this is the Sorcerer's Last card. And I remember I was fucking shooketh because like I look like, oh wow, there's only 11 chapters? That's not short. That's pretty short. Is it actually over or did they just not add enough chapters yet? And then I see like chapter 11 end. Tomorrow comes. Okay. Can't say I was expecting the Expedition 33 propaganda now. It's kind of sudden. You can't just fucking surprise a man like that. That's not good. Anyways. I was beginning to well up thinking that this might be the last time we ever do this. But I managed to hold back my tears. Because she's my dear friend, my dear rival, my dear... She lowers her arms and begins to mumble something. She has a determined look on her face. If we keep writing stories, we'll always be connected. Chapter 1. I never remember the last part. It's really weird. It's like a selective memory loss. That's only going to be cured upon reaching a route, and suddenly it'll feel fucking bad because she remembered, but you forgot, and so she was just constantly like, oh my god, could finally reignite the old flame, and you're just an asshole that doesn't remember anything. I have to. It is the John Kagami games. Finally arrived at my stop after the long train ride, so I slowly stretched my body to loosen up. See, being so close, the ocean breeze is quite palpable. Looking at all this before me, it's as if countless jewels are shimmering along the surface of the sea. Alright, let's go. I'm supposed to go straight here, right? Leave the train station and continue walking down the main street. This is Tsukinomihama. Tsukinomihama, probably. The coast area town is a bustling tourist spot. Meanwhile, the mountainous area has a lot of wonderful wildlife and antique houses. Man, it's like I've never left Shonan. All the hotels around the area are completely booked during the summer because so many tourists come to visit the beach. The name Tsukinomihama seems to come from the stunning moonlight reflecting on the sandy beaches. After walking for about 10 minutes towards the mountains, I finally arrive at a residential area. The antiquated buildings I see are nothing that resemble that of a residential area of a big city. A tea house? It's something that looks like a tea house, but it seems that it hasn't been unveiled yet. You see a sign that says we open in a few days. If you take this path to go to school, if I have some free time, we can always stop by. Alright. I can feel my legs starting to burn as I continue walking further into the mountains. Weakling. It's gonna suck having to go up and down this hill every day. I won't feel winded thanks to playing baseball when I was younger, but my legs will definitely feel sore after this. Can't just sit and whine now. Came to the city for a reason. Can't lose sight of that. That's why I moved out of my parents' house and came here. Right after climbing that horrific hill, a sign from a small bookstore enters my vision, one that brings back so many memories. Nagima Bookstore, my final destination. Fox only. No items. Now where's the door? I don't think you need to look for a door. The entrance is quite blatant. Pass by the bookstore and see a house that seems to be connected to the back. And I press the doorbell. Animated lips. Oh, nurse! I've not watched that show, actually. Long time no see, Chinami. This charming woman is called Chinami Nagima. She is the daughter of my mother's sister. Or, in other words, my cousin. God damn it, familiar relations. We've seen each other several times at parties and family gatherings, so it's not our first meeting or anything. Thank you very much, and sorry for the inconvenience. That is a fucking setup off to the side. Also, hold on. Fucking. Oh, I accidentally put it to backlog. I can't just make it. Okay. Where's hide text box? Hide text box. There you go. Backlog still opens like that. There we go. Now everything is back to normal. Okay, I'll stop saying that then.
よろしい。次からはおかえり。だからね。
Slowly but surely I feel myself being bewitched by her kind words and gentle smile. She has an allure of a mature woman, however she has such a motherly presence as well. And I'm gonna live alone with her from now on. I can only gulp as my thoughts go into overdrive.
どうかした？
Humana 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 Awooga! No, not at all. Also, I feel like I recognize her voice. I've heard this before. Just indulging these silly fantasies. The developments only happen in stories anyway. Reality is cruel after all.
そう？それならいいんだけど。
Is it the... Is that like the fucking Prez from Secret Agent? Actually? Tono Soyogi. Let's see. Well, that is a lot of voice rolls. Oh, it's also Chieka. It's also Chieka from Golden Time. Oh, and also Aki from... fucking... God, what's the English title again? Always forget. Asa Project. Koikari, Love for Hire. I'm so fucking good. It was the president from Secret Agent. Yes, I'm so fucking good. I'm just too fucking good, you know. Captain of the Knights was not president, but you know what I fucking mean. If you want to be so anal about it, go do it at a goddamn gay bar. There, it at least makes sense. Oh, she'll also be voicing someone in the upcoming Asa Project game that Kagami Games is translating. That's funny. The game is old at this point. The translation is upcoming. Namely a... Yukishiro Marimo and Usajima. No, it's just two Usajimas, not Nanakos, because it's like the title is listed twice for some reason. Oh boy, that one looks like a little shit already from the first glance. Oh. Also Orihime from Sky Full of Stars. Still don't know what. Oh, also someone from Clover Days. Tsubame from Clover Days. A lot of really nice character roles on her. Wow. Oh, also someone from If My Heart Had Wings, actually. Hibari Hibari. The older sister of Wheelchair Girl. Also someone in Evanickel, Ritsuko in Evanickel, Princess of Angel. I mean, not Evanickel. I don't know why I mixed those two up just now. One of them sucks. Also, I just got worried for a second that potentially like someone's Steam just got doxed but no, it isn't showing that, thankfully. Oh, also Akari in Onikoko. Again, a lot of I say a lot of good characters as if it's not, as if it is difficult to have a lot of good characters in a fucking list of roles that it fucking feels like it goes on and on forever. Jesus Christ. I mean, how it's like she voiced someone in Kakyusei, which is like the same setting as Dokyusei. Is it earlier or is it later? Is this the question? Okay, it's later. Still very early, though. So, yeah, Jesus Christ. This VA's been around the block, Jesus. Yeah, I'm happy that I've recognized the voice so quickly, even though Secret Angel is not that good of a game. I'll go to my room and unpack my things for now. Try to hide my embarrassment, I quickly leave the living room. After unpacking and organizing everything I sent from my parents' house, I head down to the living room again. Chinami is now making me taste her food. It's delicious. Actually tastes better than what I had at home. That's all I can say after tasting the demi-glace sauce and the Salisbury steak Chinami prepared. No, I'm serious. Yeah, the flavor of food isn't bad, but it uses much better Chinami. Problem? The only problem is gonna be me eating this every day. I don't want to go back home after this. And she says that she smiles once again and charms me once more. I panic for a second to try to regain my composure. Toshiki Kagami, calm down! He is the John Kagami Games. Remember your objective. Remember why you're here. This continues, Chinami is going to end up seducing me completely. Chinami is completely engrossed in the news program while I'm fighting for my life against her enticing charm. Turn my gaze to see a beautiful reporter holding a book in front of a large bookstore while interviewing one of the workers there. No, I'm not really interested in literature. But of course I know Suguru Tengenji. Suguru Tengenji. She's been writing since she was in school. Her novels have always been bestsellers. She primarily writes romance novels. She's so popular that she's been dubbed the young queen of romance novels. Well, if Suguri Tengenji is recommending a novel, I'm sure the novel is magnificent. Suguri Tengenji only recommends things she personally liked. The number of books she has recommended so far are few and far between. You could probably count them on one hand. Thinking about it, that just makes me a little curious about the Sakuraya's Saka in her books. Huh? Do you have her books here?
たまに発売日から少し遅れて届くけど。
Are you really okay with that? I feel awful if it took away a book you could probably sell.
大丈夫。話題作は私も読みたいし、数冊は予備として取ってあるから。
Well, if that's the case, I would be delighted.
オッケー。ご飯を食べ終わったらお店の方から持ってくるね。
Why do I have a feeling that those are characters from previous games from this from this fucking publisher? Well, now I just kind of have to check. Aino links. Right, this is the only game from this publisher. They've like from a fucking different Akabe soft to Co-LTD. I don't know. Anyways. Just as she promised, Shinami hands me Sakura Asaka's new novel right after we finish eating. I'm in new bed, rolling from side to side as I continue turning the pages. Why? Reading it for a while, tears start to flow down my face. The main character and the heroine were always thinking about each other, but in the end they decided to move on and go their separate ways. Not only that, but the whole story also foreshadowed it so well. That conclusion came out of nowhere, it wouldn't be so emotionally satisfying. Looking back, the whole novel from the very beginning was built on the two of them parting ways at the end. Normally avoid books, but I didn't know there were authors my age with this sort of talent. Watching that, I start to remember my past separate ways. That's right, I can't keep dragging this out. Get out of the bed, sit down at the desk and pick up a pen. Take some paper from my backpack and write down the words that have been churning in my mind. I say, you're still writing stories. Curious. Aisa. Sakura Ayasaka. Aisa Ayase. She's my childhood friend and my rival. Never mind. He has a full name. I thought that was just a nickname. I competed with her in everything. Craft, studies, sports. 3 years ago, when she had to transfer to a different school, we promised that we would write each other. However, after a while, the letters stopped coming from Aisa. Once that happened, I threw a fit and stopped sending her letters. Stopped doing some for a while. Restarting it is really hard. I was always worried about her. But to this day, I couldn't send a single letter to Aisa. That ends today. Finished writing the words within me. Set down my pen and placed the letter in an envelope. Need to do this if I want to start over. Need to erase all these regrets so I can move forward. Oh, would you look at that?
忘れ物はない？
No, nothing at all.
それならよかった。もし忘れ物があったら、私の携帯に連絡してね。
Got it. Alright. See you later.
いってらっしゃい。気をつけて。
Jeremy heads back to the bookstore. She likely has some preparations before she opens. Alright. Take the letter that I'm determined to send to my dear childhood friend out of my backpack. Holding it in my hand, I approach the mailbox in front of Nagima's house. Walking slowly, I finally stop in front of the mailbox. My hand is shaking a little. What if she hates me now? What if she forgot about me? Even then, can't let my past haunt me. I take a step forward. This will surely convey my feelings for her. That's when I try to insert the letter to the mailbox, but... What? Right at that moment, the blustery spring wind blows right through me. As if it were a bird, the letter soars from my hand and ascends towards the sky. Hey! Another one! Another gust of wind blows through. The letter continues to glide through the air, refusing to come back down to me. Why does this have to happen right on the first day of school? Run after the letter, trying to get a hold of it. But the wind is too strong, I can't reach it. Shit, why does this have to happen right now? climbed the hill as I continued to chase the letter. Without realizing I found myself at the top of a hill overlooking the entire city. It has to be somewhere around here. Keep searching, but I can't find it. I look down to the ground trying to track my missing letter. Hear a voice above me. Confused, I look up. Well, that was some fucking express delivery by God! Huh? My heart skips a beat the moment I see her. Am I wrong? No, impossible. I've heard her voice hundreds of times and she looks identical. Ayase? That's the nickname Ayase always called me by. That's all I need to confirm that this girl is Ayase. We're both stunned for a few seconds, searching for the right word to say. Why here? Why'd you stop talking to me? A lot of emotions builds up within me, but I simply can't express any of it. What? Girl I once called a childhood friend jumps off from her seat on a tree branch and lands right in front of me. Stares right into my eyes. You too, Ayase. She used my last name instead of my first name, the one she used to call me when we were little. More proof that she has grown up and that a lot of time has passed. So, following her example, I called her by her last name as well. Ayase is smiling, surprisingly. Her unexpected reunion seems to be bringing her more joy than shock. As you can see, I'm totally fine. No illnesses or injuries. Everything's perfect. And you? She does a little spin as she says this. Her skirt flutters and my heart jumps once more. All I can do is try and keep my composure. It seems that you're a lot more composed than before. Yes, may feel short, but it's a long period of time. So many things have happened to me. Maybe a lot of things happened to her as well. What? Come on, I've grown up too. Made my height and all that. We laughed together. Never thought something like this would happen right before the school's entrance ceremony. That letter flying away. Was it bad luck or good luck? Yeah, I was going to put it in the mailbox, but then it flew away. Well, you know, it just wanted to send you a letter, like, today my life was gonna change, so I wanted to know how you were doing and stuff. Absolutely not. Give it back to me. I'm right in front of you. If you read it now, I'd be completely embarrassed. Besides, I was very formal, and it doesn't feel like what I normally write. Little shit. I just told you no. Without a second thought, I snatched the letter from Ayase. Maybe she didn't care too much, or she wasn't holding on to it tightly, but either way, I retrieved the letter. Yeah, guess you got admitted too. Novelist's apartment, what about you? It's getting warm. Well, you never know. It has been 3 years, maybe you've faced a setback and you decide to stop. Your base's confidence caused my breathing to stop for a moment. I saw us as changed. Oh, I feel like such an idiot to even think that something like that could have happened. The resolve I see in her eyes is the exact same as back then. She hasn't changed one bit. And why did she stop sending me letters? Nothing. Let's go to school. The question stuck in my throat, but right now there's nothing I can do to get it out. As Ayase walks right next to me, I begin to remember everything that has happened between us. The child. For as long as I can remember, Ayase has always been with me. Our houses were next door. Our houses were next doors. Before I knew it, we were attached at the hip. Still, that didn't mean we were always friendly. We both hated losing, so we would always compete in everything. We competed in anything that could be created. Painting, clay, carpentry, and even sewing. What we ended up excelling at was writing. Or specifically writing novels. Hey. Hey, don't ignore me.
何
How are you doing?
いい感じかな。幸せな物語を書けそう。
Happy ending again? Aren't you bored of that now?
いいでしょ別に。私はハッピーエンドが大好きなんだから。辛い終わり方の物語は悲しい気持ちになるから嫌。
You'll never improve if you keep writing the same style over and over.
ほんと、面白ければいいんだもん。
With the backs turned against each other, we continued to write all the stories that popped into our minds. After finishing, we would read each other's stories, giving our own opinions as we fought. That's how we continued to improve. God, the fucking... I don't know why, but the cringe is just taking hold of me. I know I was at that age, but still, by God, why was I doing something cringe like that? That was the moment our relationship went from just friends to rivals.
へえ、あのなぎま書店の店主さんが親戚なんだ。
Continuing our way towards Tsukinomihama Station, and from there to our entrance ceremony at Saika Academy. Yep, I will live in the house behind the bookstore from now on. You've been living here for a long time?
いや、私は1週間ぐらい前からだよ。
You moved from Tokyo. Would it be easier for you to live there? That's where the school is, right?
そうなんだけどね。家庭の事情ってやつ。
Family issues? Something happened to your parents?
両親は元気だよ。元気があるからこの町に来たんだ。
What do you mean?
ほら、そこのオープン前の茶店があるでしょ。
Eyes points to the elegant tea house I saw yesterday. No, is that?
ご明察。あれが両親の経営する茶店、さより亭だよ。都内で店を持ってたんだけど、入ってたビルの建て替え工事で物件を探さないといけなくなってさ。都内で探してみたんだけど、立地はいいけど物価が高いらしくて。だから茶店を経営する場所を探していたら。
They found the perfect space here.
そういうこと。母屋は別にあって、そこに住んでるんだ。オープンしたら遊びに来てよ。お母さんもお父さんも鏡くんに会ったら喜ぶと思うから。
Yes, you're right. I have to visit them.
ちなみに、あんみつとぜんざいが注目商品です。もしオープンしたら、ぜひ注文してください。
You've been promoting the place already. It'd make one hell of a businesswoman.
親孝行な娘でしょう。
I'll definitely be there as soon as they open. I'll be looking forward to it. Anyway, why were we sitting on such a dangerous spot? Angel was sitting on a tree branch of all places. She fell from there. She could have been seriously injured or worse.
高台から見える景色がすごく良かったから、一番良いところで見たくて。
I remember you weren't that good with heights a few years ago.
私も成長していますから。
I remember she once climbed the tree because a cat couldn't get down. When she reached the top, she realized that she was too high and began to cry. Seems like people have changed quite a bit in 3 years, huh? Continued talking and walking until we reached Tsukinomihama Station.
ひどい目にあった。
We weren't exaggerating when we were talking about the morning rush hour. We arrived at the station by the school and managed to get off the train. We started walking towards the school, weary from our earlier train ride. Hold on, if you lived in Tokyo, shouldn't you be used to this?
学校は徒歩で通える距離だったから。
Let's see. Well, next time let's try to get some seats.
そうだね。月の見浜市で乗った時は混んでなかったけど、西条寺市に近づくにつれてどんどん混んでいったもんね。
Saijoji, a district on a corner of Tokyo. Pretty convenient place, all things considered. High-class residential areas and shops are everywhere, and it can easily be accessed with just one train. Shopping malls, museums, parks full of nature, and even more recreational areas nearby. Or is ranked as one of the best districts to live in Tokyo. Conceal where Saika Private Academy is located, our school going forward. That's Uri. We'll stand out if we're late for the entrance ceremony.
そうだね。入学早々目立つのは避けたいかな。
After walking for a few minutes, we finally see our school.
こうして改めて見ると、なかなか壮観だね。
Is it that? Yeah, it has such a unique shape. It's honestly quite creative. Nice. Did you visit our school before?
私はこの学園に入学するって前から決めてたからしてないよ。鏡くんもそうじゃない？
Yeah, same here.
だよね。
School where you live not only as a normal student, but you can also improve as a creator at the same time. That's Saika Private Academy. The teachers here are also creators. Furthermore, the facilities are state-of-the-art. You want to improve as a creator? This is probably the best school for it in all of Japan. It is exactly because of this school that I...
そういえば、私たちのノベル科以外にもいろんな学科が入ってるんだってね。
There are too many departments to remember. I'll surely explain that at homeroom after the entrance ceremony, right?
それもそっか。じゃあ行こうか。私たちの学び屋へ。
Yeah. So we head towards the main building of the school. This is why I'm going to fulfill my purpose. I will reach new heights as a creator. Transition. Also, that's a fucking artsy-fartsy classroom. Also, yes, that was the building. You can see the crisscross. At the end of the ceremony, we arrive at one of the classrooms. Asa and I are talking away, and then...
全員揃ってるか？
What the fuck are you wearing?
え？
Suddenly, a girl dressed in a gothic Lolita outfit enters the classroom. Her outfit is so unique, it's no surprise all of us are
と
stunned.
りあえず好きな席に座れ。今からホームルームを始める。
Whatever reason, her words have a mesmerizing power. As a result, my classmates, including Asa and I, take a seat by the nearest desk. So, who's that girl? Whispered towards Asa, who was sitting right next to me.
多分なんだけど、出席簿らしきものを持っているということは。よし、席に着いたな。私はウイシ姫子。1年間お前たちの担任を務める教師だ。
I want to say this is Ria, but I'm not sure. Kotori Yuka. Well, for one, it's Homura from Majikoi, so already based. Also Alistia in Primal Arts 2. As well as Patricia in Noratoto. Let's see, what else? Corona in Sky Full of Stars. Mako in Senran Banka. That's the one that I am looking for. Yep, there we go, it's Ria. I'm so fucking good, man. I'm just so fucking good. Actually, haven't... Now I feel the need to go back, like, okay, where's like a longer Isa line?
じゃあ行こうか。私たちの学び屋へ。
I can't place it right now. I feel like I should know where it is because it sounds familiar, but at the same time it sounds like a lot of other voices. That just sounds rude. Well, Manaka in Parquet. Anyone else? Fumika in Angelic Chaos Reboot. I don't feel that bad. Like, yes, I've played like 2 games that I recognize here on this list. Maybe like one of those games is like listed as an English title, as a Japanese title, even though I only know the English one. So who knows? But yeah, like one of them is Parquet. So I don't feel that bad for not catching the voice on this one specifically. Class went wild after that statement. A teacher in that outfit. Small girl like her. Honestly, agree with all the comments I hear.
何を不思議そうな顔をしている。私は教員免許を持っているれっきとした学園の犬だぞ。ああ、ペンネームを言った方が早いか。リトルプリンセスだ。よろしく。
That comment causes even more of an uproar.
リトルプリンセスってそんなに有名な人なの？
Of course, she wrote some incredibly popular visual novels in the past few years. She mainly writes suspense with a focus on close circle detective mysteries.
へえ、詳しいんだね。
I mean, I'm in the novelist department for a reason. I've read so many of her works. Hold on, I'm sure she's one of the most famous writers of the last few years. You want to be a novelist and you don't even know her?
恥ずかしながら実は私ゲーム方面はあんまり詳しくなくて。
She doesn't know much about games? If we were in another department, I would understand, but the novelist department is focused on training script writes for games and light novels. So you'd think people in this department would at least know a little about the subject. As the questions begin to pile up on my mind, Uishi starts explaining some background information about the school.
すでに知っているやつもいるだろうが、この彩花学園の概要を説明していく。この学園では、ノベル科、CG イラスト科、声優科、音楽科など様々な学科が存在している。特徴としては通常の授業、いわゆる一般教養とは別に、4次元以降は各学科の専門的な授業が行われる。とはいえ専門学校ではないことから学科同士でクラスを分けるのではなく、各学科の混合のクラスを形成している。理由としては他の学科の生徒との交流を図り、様々な経験や知識を蓄えてほしいからだそうだ。もちろん部活動もあるが、私が言うのもなんだが、この学園の運動部はそこまで強くない。
Well, yeah, you're all fucking nerds! I wasn't expecting the sports clubs to excel!
「この学園にスポーツを目的で来るやつはいないからな。
Well, yeah,
理由は言わんでもわかるとは思うが、それぞれクリエイターとして目指すべき道があって、この学園を選んだのだろう。
Like plot twist, they have a mad fucking like track and field club. Just because there's people that are trying to be actors, they need at least a good constitution for like stunts and shit. Move to the classroom tenses up after a comment. Look around the classroom and see the eyes of my classmates. Their goals and desires are all but palpable. I feel the exact same.
このクラスから将来のスーパークリエイターが輩出されることを願っている。
Uishi then explains other aspects of the academy, the rules, facilities, among other things.
よし、では説明はこのぐらいにして、 自己紹介をしてもらおうか。本名や趣味などを基本として自身の創作物の代表作とついでにペンネームもあるなら添えて頼む。そうだな、順番は奥から行こう。
Immediately, students sitting in the back stands up and introduce themselves. Us and I are in the front seats, so we'll be one of the last ones to introduce ourselves. After several introductions, an elegant-looking girl stands up.
私の名前はシド・シオンと申します。
What the fuck do you speak like a normal person? I'm shocked. Never thought that someone would introduce themselves like that. Still, just by looking at her, I have a hunch that this girl comes from an old-fashioned and renowned family.
この学園には自身の能力を高めるために入学しました。同じノベル科の方々と切磋琢磨し、さらなる高みへと登れたらと思っております。
Someone like one of the translators that works with Kagami Games saw me post the names Toshiki Kagami, where I said like, oh my god, it's John Kagami Games, and he talked about like how that line did not state that in the official translation, like in the original Japanese. And now I'm like essentially just fucking airing out the what the fuck is Shio talking about. Like I said like he said, I hope you enjoyed the game. It's one of my like he, she, they, who knows. I'm just going with he for now, unless until proven otherwise. Responded, hope you enjoyed the game. It's one of my favorites. Oh, the way it handles the passage of time is something I wish more VNs did. And before that he said, it's a good game regardless of the TL. It's definitely still much better than Machine Association. It's still just very flawed. And then I brought up the fair, but I just got hit with my appellation is she online, and I want to slap someone. And the reaction was just my head. That's a way of handling that line. Apparently she's supposed to still be comprehensible in the Japanese version, but I sure doubt that right now.
代表作はマジックガールズ1。ペンネームは高堂良本ですわ。以後お見知りおきよ。
I feel like I know an anime that one. Trying to parse my own thoughts. I don't know why, but that name just immediately fucking was like, what the fuck kind of Maho Senso type bullshit is this? Oh, Senso's a weird one. Whoops. Did not mean to do that. Ah! As soon as the class hears a pen name, they begin to whisper. Yeah, it became famous with the game Magic Girls War. It's a doujin game about a life and death battle royale featuring magical girls. It's a really popular work and it's talked about a lot in doujin circles. Of course I've played it. I had no idea that the writer of that game was the same age as me. And that it was a girl on top of that. A game made by a group of individuals rather than a company or corporation. Despite the thanks, I'm growing more concerned, Vaya. Say, you're in the novelist department, and you don't even know what a doujin game is. What the fuck are you doing here, then? Books, my man! It's in the name. It's the novelist department. You know? Like a novel. Like a book. My mom likes books. Yet if I didn't exist, she probably wouldn't understand what the fuck a visual novel is. What the fuck are you on about, MC? Get the fuck out of here. Regardless of my confusion, my classmates continued with their introductions. No, a slim boy with glasses introduced himself.
先ほど挨拶したシオンの双子の兄で、
私が姉です。
まあそれは置いておいて、代表作はちょっと長めのタイトルです。魔王が倒された平和な世界に転生して無双しようと思ったら、元勇者のパーティーが魔王になっていた件について、勇者殺しの転生勇者です。
Alright, we need to kill him right now. He does not deserve life. He must be purged from the earth.
いわゆるナレル系のラノベです。
Nareruke, a website where web novels are published, more known as Let's Become Writers. Popular ones have the protagonist involved in an accident and are reincarnated in a world different from his own, usually in a fantasy world. Most of the times the protagonist has a special ability and makes him quite strong. That's what happens in many of the novels from that genre. The title essentially serves as a synopsis. The whole purpose is to attract readers based on that. Most popular genre is about banished heroes or villain stories, but I know that more novels come out. The more novels come out, other genres will be popular in time.
ノベル化ではあるものの、他の学科でも仲良くしてくれると嬉しいです。ペンネームはハーレム太郎。現実でも創作でもハーレムが大好きなので、こんなペンネームにしました。
Yep, he needs to die. I know he will be like one of the friend characters. He needs to die. Laughter spreads throughout the classroom after that comment. An easy pen name to remember for better or for worse.
そんな感じなので、1年間よろしくお願いします。
Initially, he seemed quite serious. However, after listening to him, I can see that he's quite a comedian. And I really like that he doesn't seem arrogant. If I have the chance, maybe I'll talk to him. Many of my classmates introduce themselves, and I'm finally next. A little nervous, but all I need to do is introduce myself in the same way as the others. Asa whispers to me as I get up. I think with my eyes. My name is Koushiki, a novelist. The reason I signed up for this academy is because I wanted to be inspired by creators of my age, and I wanted to prove my skills with them. My pen name is Toshi. Kinda boring, but I just took it from my name. The creation is Create Number Girls. As I said that name, I hear people whisper again. The more they look at me, the more embarrassing everything starts to feel.
あの方が
ほう。
おお、なんかすごそう。
Create Number Girls. A while back, I planned and wrote a doujin game, a visual novel about adolescent romance, which is a very popular genre. Set in a small town is a love story between the protagonist, who wants to be a novelist, and the heroine, who wants to be an actress. Work that depicts the conflicts and problems of adolescence insightfully, making it a magnificent visual novel. At least that's what the critics said. They also said that my characters didn't feel like fictional characters, that they all felt very human. Then the public came. I don't know if I should say this, but it's a very important work for me. Still, all of that is in the past now. Right now, I want to keep improving for my current works and my future ones. So hopefully I can get along really well with everyone starting from today, that's all. I'll slightly and sit down in my chair again. Maybe it's all the nerves I'm feeling, but I really feel thirsty right
いい
now.
自己紹介だったと思うよ。
I hope yours is as good as mine then, Ayase.
私は普通で行くよ。
After a somewhat forced smile, Ayase stands up and I don't feel any tension coming from her. She also has a very natural and relaxed pose. Now watch your pen name be the fucking recommended book girl that we had. You know, she wrote the book he read in bed the day before.
ノベル家の綾瀬愛沙です。目標は世界中の人たちの心に残る作品を作ることです。そのためにも悔いのない青春を皆さんと一緒に過ごしたいと思っています。なので他の学科の皆さんも気軽に話しかけてもらえると嬉しいです。好きな食べ物はアイスクリームなので、美味しいお店があったらこっそり教えてください。
I admire that Ayase can present herself like this without thinking too much about it and without any hesitation in her words. She's always had that courage since she was little. This is one of the things that hasn't changed at all. Gotta think, which she hasn't mentioned her pen name yet. I'm sure it's not an extravagant one coming for her. Maybe something she likes. What type of...
ペンネーム
Yeah,
は
there we go.
綾坂さくらです。
Did I mishear that?
代表作はこれは失恋なんかじゃないです。以上です。
Ayase returns to her seat and the classroom erupts to the loudest uproar I've heard today. Yeah, of course. What? What? Ayase Sakura Ayasaka? Same Sakura Ayasaka they were talking about on TV today.
どうかした？
Wait. You're Sakura Ayasaka? The one who received those compliments from Suguru Tengenji?
そう呼ばれると微妙な気持ちになるけど、そうだよ。私が綾坂さくら。すぐりさんとは直接会ったことはないけど、メールで何回かやり取りはさせてもらってる。
I don't know how to respond. Well, both of their names use similar kanji, but there's no way I could have guessed that. How was I supposed to know that my childhood friend was the one being praised on television? Everything makes sense now. Writer of general literature wouldn't understand otaku culture at all. Yeah! Again! Novelist department! It's in the name!
おーい、鏡くん、大丈夫？固まってるけど。
what can I say? I think I just realized that reality is sometimes stranger than fiction.
別に大したことじゃ。
After class ends, all my classmates surround Ayase. She has so much prestige that even people from other classes visit.
ねえ、あなた。
Okay, rude. Girl starts talking to me as I take in the scene from afar. If I remember correctly, her name is Shion Shido.
本当にあなたがクリエイトナンバーガールズを書いたと。
Yeah, that's me. Shindo narrows her eyes and glares at me in response.
こんなパッとしない方が本当にあの年なんですか？
Hey, if you want to fight, just say so.
言わんこっちゃない。
That's when a student standing behind Shindo comes between us. Student in my
シノ
class.
ユーマだ。入学早々、シオンが迷惑をかけたね。
Nah, your twin brother, huh? Who was the older one again?
それは。
もちろん。
私です。
僕だね。
So, who do I believe again?
ですから私だと。
だから僕だって。
The two people in front of me glare at each other.
私の方が言葉を話すのが早かったと聞いてますけど。
それを言ったら僕の方が生まれるのが早かったけど。
誤差じゃありませんか。そんなもの意味がないですわ。
言葉を話し出したのも一日違いじゃないか。
一日と一瞬では大きな違いです。その程度のことも理解できなくて。
逆にそのぐらいの程度で勝ち誇っているシオンも人のこと言えなくないかい？
Can you stop ignoring me while you're fighting, please? But shocked by my words, they both turn and look at me. Seems I won't know who's older. It might be better if I don't touch the subject again.
すまない。シオンが迷惑をかけたね。
私は正直な感想を言ったまでです。
はいはい。ともかく同じクラスになったよしみだ。1年間よろしく。僕のことはユーマと呼んでほしい。
In that case, you can also call me Koushiki.
私のこともシオンでいいですわ。
え？
何がですの。身内がいるのですから、名字で呼ばれたらどっちを呼んでいるかわからないのですもの。
Okay, then you can also call me.
鏡さんですわね。一応ですが、1年間よろしくお願いしますわ。
Wow, bitch much. Yuma, does your sister hate me?
嫌いではないけど複雑な感情は抱いているかな。
What do you mean by mixed feelings?
誤解を生むような表現はやめてくださいます。
そう？僕からしたらシオンは
そんな感情は1ミリも抱いていませんわ。鏡さんも誤解なき。
Sure.
では、私はこれで。
That moment, for some reason, she gets really close to my face. Her elegant face is so close to mine, I blush to prepare for it in the
絶
slightest.
対にあな。
What?
それだけですわ。
It's a case of like, there was like a vote where his game won over hers, so she's just salty. Probably the case. Either that or just sales numbers on a fucking event. She just walks out of the classroom after
あ
that.
いつにもいろいろあってね。どうか許してほしい。
Yeah, no problem, but it seems like she's a lot of work.
それは慣れてる。伊達に長い間一緒にいないから。それよりせっかくだからライム交換しておかないか。
Yeah, sure, let's do it. Let's all go to Yuma's contact info
じゃあ
online.
僕はシオンを迎えに行くから。また明日。
Yeah, see you tomorrow. Yuma leaves the classroom quickly. At first I thought I was getting involved in something strange, but they don't seem to be bad people. Us two, like me and I, are the only ones in class who have already made their professional debuts. If I can have a good relationship with them, I'll surely be able to compete with them. Let's think about that later. Now I have to deal with this. Asa is still surrounded by students and completely lost. We look at each other and she sadly begs me to help her. I know you want help, but getting you out of that circle is going to be a problem. Seeing my hesitation, her eyes begin to fill with tears as she continues pleading for my help. Okay, I get it. Just have to help you, right? So excuse me, coming through. Excuse myself as I enter the circle and try to reach the center. Grab Isa's wrist, pull as hard as I can, and walk out of the circle with her.
ありがとう、鏡くん。助か。
You can thank me later, we have to get out of here now. Looking around, I notice the piercing gazes of everyone here, muttering things like, what's their relationship? Are they a couple? And speculating for no reason. Let's go.
うわ、ちょっと。
Grab Isa by the hand as we leave the classroom. It'll be fine here. So I managed to get to the first floor hallway. There's still quite a few students around us, but none of them seem to realize that Isa is Sakura Asaka, so they're not cornering
あ
us.
りがとう。おかげで助かったよ。
Nah, don't think about it. Gonna leave you all alone in that situation. What are you laughing at now?
そういうところは変わらないなって。
You're the one changing too much.
そりゃあもちろん成長していますから。
She probably puffs out her chest. Because of that, her feminine side is a little more prominent now, so I reflexively turn my face away from her. Doesn't this girl even realize that clueless people like her are the trickiest to deal with?
何どうしたの具合でも悪くなった
It's nothing. Anyway, let's go on.
だね。あ、そうだ。お礼も兼ねてご馳走するよ。
Don't worry, it wasn't a big deal.
そんなことないよ。男の子って感じがしてかっこよかったよ。
Thanks. Try to hide my embarrassment by giving a short response. If I don't, I'll start to feel conscious of Ayase.
ついでに味見もしてほしいから、ぜひ来てほしいんだけどな。
Sample them. What?
うん。オープン前にちょっとメニューの試食をしてほしいんだよね。
Opening. She was referring to the tea house we passed on the way to the
ダ
academy.
メかな。両親も鏡くんに会いたいと思うし。
Right. I don't want to go and say hello to your parents too. Okay, I'll go with you.
オッケー。そうと決まれば月並浜市に早く帰ろう。
I follow her and head towards the elevator.
あれ、なんだろう。
Another group of people. What celebrity will it be this time? Seems like there's a girl in the center of the circle. Trying to get to the elevator, we try to make our way through the crowd. And out of the corner of my eye, I see the person in the center of the circle.
どうしたの？いきなり立ち止まっちゃって。
I saw an angel.
なんでいきなり頭おかしいこと言い始めたの？
Asa's definitely saying something to me, but it falls on deaf ears. Because the person in front of me is...
まさかあの月見さんと一緒のクラスになれるなんて思ってなかったよ。というかどっちで呼べばいいのかな。月見さん？月見坂さん？どっちでも構わないわ。本名も芸名もそこまで大差ないもの。
I feel like I should recognize that in that voice. Shields as well, probably. Probably not Shields, actually. Like, I didn't have the slightest reaction to her. Karasuma Sora. Oh yeah, no, I did not have any place to recognize her from. Like, at all. Holy shit. Alright, what about this one? Natsumi ni Iroha. I feel like I should recognize this one. Someone in the Witch's Love Diary, but as someone who dropped that game, I will just ignore that one. Oh, she's the bitch! Princess of Angel. Principal. Which does also mean that, yep, it is also Rui in Futamata Ren'ai. An angel.
それさっきも言ったけど。
No. To call her an angel might be a little too pretentious. I think it's better I call her a goddess.
すごくどうでもいいんだけど。その天使だか女神だかっていう人は誰なの？
I said, you don't know Kirina Tsukimi.
知らないけど。
Listen, I'll only tell you this once, so you better pay close attention.
うん。
Kirina Tsukimi. Height, 152 centimeters. Blood type A. Birthday, October 14th. Her hobby is tasting parfaits and her favorite animals are cats. Don't start there, you sound like a creep. She has a kind and friendly personality. She's the definition of serene, and I don't think it would be an exaggeration to call her completely pure. This game has sex scenes. I doubt that one. And lastly, she's my favorite voice actress.
最 最後の一言がなかったらストーカー容疑で警察に通報しようと思ってたよ。
By the way, I'm very happy to know that her real name is Kira Tsukimizaka.
そんな情報はいらないよ。
Kima Tsukimi studies in the same academy as me. I should thank God for this, shouldn't I?
そこまで思うのは君だけなんじゃないかな。
Anyway, thank God for giving me life and letting me live this moment.
普通に気持ち悪いんだけど。
I
で
agree.
もそこまで好きなら話しかけてくればいいんじゃない？せっかく憧れの人が目の前にいるんだし。
I can't.
なんで？
I wouldn't even know what to talk
い
about.
や、普通にファンです。いつも応援しています。ぐらいでいいんじゃ。は
I see. Really don't understand anything at all.
あ。
I'm sure Tsukumisaka has heard those words countless times already. That's why I have to tell her some that will stay in her heart. Not in a disgusting way, in a much more calm way, like a drop of water falling into a lake.
すでに気持ち悪くなってると思うよ。あと、もう月見坂さんいなくなってるけど。
Look around, the crowd has already dispersed. Tsukumisaka is long gone. Why didn't you tell me anything?
言おうと思ったんだけど、君の語りが気持ち悪くて口を挟めなかったんだ。
If we're in the same academy, we'll surely have a chance to speak at some point. For now, I'll be in the shadows, biding my time.
今のままだと普通に気持ち悪がられるだけだと思うけどな。そういえば鏡くんってさ、いつから月見坂さんのファンになってたの？
I was gonna end the part the moment they got back to their hometown. And I'm still gonna, but like, they really just had to drag out the conversation all the way to over here. How dare that? Anyways. I'll leave it here for the day. I hope you guys enjoyed. Just want to see you next time. Bye-bye.